relatable this is gonna be, but I can't be the only one who's experienced this. What up, my realists? It's Stephen. And have you ever had this experience? You enter a theater and you take your seat. You're shaking with anticipation for the show you're about to see. You listen to the cast album a billion times to prepare for this moment. Suddenly, the lights dim and you're transported somewhere else. The story unfolds before your eyes and you find yourself wondering if maybe one day you could be up on that stage too. Cause I certainly haven't. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. Of course, theater has had a huge impact on my life. If it didn't, you probably wouldn't be watching this video right now. But even as a kid, for some reason, I never saw myself on stage. Sure, I thought about it from time to time, but it was never anything serious, you know? And I'm not like those people who treat acting so seriously that if they don't become successful one day, it's like it's the end of the world for them. Sorry, you didn't make the cut. What? No, come on, give me one more
Security!
chance, please. No, you can't drag me away from here! There's a special kind of theater person, or like person in general, that I like to call myself as, and that is called a bleacher. And no, that does not mean that I drink bleach, okay? There are enough stupid people on this planet for that. But what I mean is that I like to watch or admire other people do things while I just sit in the bleachers and I'm content and satisfied with that. So aka I'm always on the bleachers of life. Now I do this a lot with my life. Like, here are some examples. I am a huge basketball fan, let's go Celtics, but I am not a basketball player. I don't even play basketball like in my free time or whatever. I just don't like it. I listen to music and I'm content with listening to music even though I don't play a single instrument. I admire art and I'm a huge fan of art, but I can never see myself drawing or painting other than stick figures. I'm just realizing I am so untalented. The only thing I actually do is write and make YouTube videos, and both of them are not making money for me right now. I am so broke, guys. But anyway, I'm sure a lot of you out there are like me. I'm sure some of y'all are on the sidelines and are completely okay with that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Without people in the sidelines or in the bleachers, the people who have spotlights on them won't have spotlights on them. Famous people are only famous because we chose to make them famous. That being said, I don't know why if we could pick literally anybody in the entire world, we collectively pick the Kardashians to be celebrities. And if it turns out that you're like me, then congratulations, you just met someone on the internet who's exactly the same as you. Isn't that great? So again, as a bleacher, I've always just admired people for doing theater, but like did not want to do it for myself. And I'm like that for a couple of different reasons. First of all, theater is mother effing hard. Imagine trying to do a movie, but you cannot make any mistakes and then you can't reshoot. If you mess up, that's it. The audience's experience is gonna be drastically changed by your little mistakes. That's a lot of pressure. Also, imagine just being up on that stage in front of thousands of people and just blanking out. I'm patiently. Another reason is because I can't sing and act to save my life. Let's say there was a runaway train and my loved ones are tied onto the tracks and the only way to save them is by acting and singing. They're gonna die. Like bodies flying everywhere, blood all over the train tracks die. And believe me, it's not from a lack of trying, okay? That's why the only acting I do is YouTube acting, which basically means I just move my eyebrows up and down and for some reason that becomes expressive. And as for singing, if I sang right now, it would probably flood in some third world country. I can make that joke because I come from a third world country. And lastly, the reason why I don't want to get into theater is kind of a little bit ironic, but it's because I don't want to get super famous. I know that's kind of ironic because if I didn't want to be famous, why would I make a YouTube channel? But I didn't really make this to be famous. I made this more of to connect with people from like around the world who have the same interests as I do. I'm not doing this to get famous or whatever. That being said, if you want to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I would not say no to that. Now, that's not to say that all theater people are doing it for the fame. Most of them actually probably aren't. But there's a certain fame that you get when you do anything that has a spotlight shining on you. And it interferes with your daily life. Famous people can't even go into a Starbucks without getting mauled. And personally, that does not sound like a lot of fun. I want to be able to do my normal routine, my normal everyday routine, without having to worry that people are going to recognize me and trample all over me. Maybe that's just the introvert in me talking, but I don't know. Still, sometimes I would wonder what my life would be like if I actually did the stuff that I like bleaching for. Whether that be theater or sports or anything else. All that glitz and glamour and people doting all over me. Honestly, it sounds pretty great. Then again, so is being cozied up in a blanket watching a Hamilton bootleg. And yes, that concludes today's video. Are you a bleacher like me or know someone who is one? Comment down below and share this video with them. And yes, I will see you guys next week for our next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please subscribe and like button down there. My last videos are to my left and to my right, and in the description are my social media stuff. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Until next time, guys. See ya.